Have you talked to anyone else about that?
No.
I wonder what your therapist gonna say about it.
I would never tell her that.
Why? That's what she there for.
I don't want my therapist to judge me.
That's the one person you're paying to judge you, dog. You're paying her to do that.
But I just don't want her to form the wrong judgment. Like, if I start telling her shit like that, she might get the wrong impression of me.
When you tell her the real version of you, she getting the wrong impression of you.
We're not there in our relationship yet.
Yeah, you're so backwards. What?
I can't.
I gotta hide the real me so she doesn't get the wrong impression of me.
Right, from the therapist, bro. That's like going to the doctor and telling them your knee hurt when it's really your back.
Like, doc, they cut off my knee. I have a lot of shoulder pain right now. Yeah, when you wear a skirt, we can see all up under there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. You guys are doing it again. The most recent topic that I have in here is I was randomly going to ask Ace, how do you feel about wearing makeup?
I'm a lady.
And that's the only reason why I would ask. Because it's like, I've never seen you with makeup. I never really thought of you wearing makeup. But I was listening to a pod and it was like, studs don't wear makeup. And I was like, but she proudly claims her feminine side. So, and you've been in theater. So I'm like, I really wonder how you feel about makeup. Like, I genuinely was thinking about that. Like, I don't know how you will fall on that.
If Ace wasn't in the room, I would say that, yeah, I think Ace could pull off makeup fine, comfortably. It wouldn't be weird.
But do you think she would, though? That's what I was thinking.
Not like out of nothing. Not even as a joke. Not even as a prank.
You know, every year it's this one picture that fucking recirculates that Lexi always share of me in some booty tight pants.
What?
Are they like short?
I gotta reach out to her. And
No,
be like,
they stop at like my ankles, like right here, and
But
then I'm doing this little pose on the door, like damn, like look at my booty. Then I had some little red twist in my hair. Weave for sure.
I'm scared to ask Lexi for the fear of unlocking a new kink, Ace.
Oh man. Sam recently seen it too. She was like, "Okay, girl."
I'm not gonna lie.
I still look the same.
Seeing a stud in the more feminine form is definitely a shock.
Especially if they not like a stem, like a mix.
Yeah, no, I've seen it wasn't like I didn't even go as far as like I saw them in makeup and a dress. I just saw them in long hair. I have never seen them with like longer than half an inch hair, and then when I saw like their ID with long hair, I'm like,
Yeah,
who are you?
facts though.
I guess it'd be the same if like people who met me long hair and then they met me short, or vice versa.
It wouldn't be the same. It's not the same.
Not the same.
It's not quite the same.
I guess you're right. I don't come off as feminine just because I have long hair.
Yeah, you're just a dude that's changing up your hair.
I mean, maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe you're right though. It maybe wouldn't be that odd because a stud could wear their hair long or short. It's not necessarily like conventional to do either way.
Nowadays it's not.
Yeah.
It's not the.
And I
least
was
in
just
LA.
taking it
Finding
from
factor.
a stud that he knew as far as short hair, because it's some motherfuckers out here with long ass locks and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
I would say that might be more common.
Yeah,
Or at least 50-50, right?
yeah. At least.
I think it's just easier to transition to a long hair stud as opposed to going to a short hair, because now you got to commit to that.
They said it's like 3 different types of studs. 4 different types probably. You got the niggas that look like Jacquees. You got the niggas that look like Manny Fresh. You got the niggas that look like
Young Jock.
Boosie.
I was gonna say, do they all have to be big?
Boosie's definitely a common stud.
That's crazy.
I think that's the most
That's
common, to be
crazy.
honest.
That's crazy.
The Boosie stud.
A Lil Wayne.
Or Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne studs too.
Which one are you?
I'm more the Manny Fresh. I know it.
Are there like subcategories? Like inside of each of those? Like how deep does this rabbit hole get?
I mean, you can compare a Manny Fresh looking stud to Queen Latifah and Set It Off. That'll be an equivalent, but like pretty.
Okay.
Maybe you like a subset, maybe.
I was really wondering where you were gonna go with the subset, but Queen Latifah, because I can see her being a Manny Fresh, but not a traditional Manny Fresh.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like
that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. All right. Almighty, all knowing. All right.
magnificent, medicated, meticulous.
Powerfully pursuing pioneers.
AMP.
Can't stand it. We really done made this a little tradition.
I love it.
It was supposed to be a joke.
Hey, speaking of which, Lowe's, why you avoid my provocation online? I was trying to get the algorithm, man.
I remember you said something, and then
man, just left me on red. Like, come on, bro.
I remember like thinking like this has to be just like provocation, and I think regular Los kicked in and was like, yeah, fuck you, I don't need to deal with this.
Yeah, I wasn't really trying to cause beef, but I thought we could at least talk about it in real life.
I know, but like my brain was just like, I don't want to deal with this.
Oh, it might have been at a bad time. Respect. So online, I had posted our last episode's pre-hole pipe show.
Last whole time.
And I felt like I had to say it though, because as I was listening to it, as I was editing it, and when I made the clip, I said it every time. Like, well, it must be difficult to come up with something that's real. So I was like, yeah, I gotta just put it online. And I added the nigga. Like, I tried to be spicy as hell about it. He ain't even like my shit.
Damn.
I don't want to give negativity no attention.
I wasn't trying to be negative, but I did think it was funny, but kind of spicy. You know, just like.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think literally just regular Carlos kicked in, and it was just like, yep.
Then I felt bad because it's like, damn, if you don't respond, now it seemed like I'm really mad at him or something. Like I'm really being the dickhead.
I promise, like I didn't even like after that. I was just like I said, I didn't want to deal with it. So like it was out of sight, out of mind until you just said something about it. And like when you brought it up, like I immediately remembered what it was about. I was like, yeah, I was like, yeah, I didn't. I just wasn't about that right now.
I caught the last episode right when you dropped TZ. I was like, oh shit.
Well, you did what?
Caught the last episode right when you dropped it on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Nice.
Did you write first?
I don't know if I put a comment on there.
Gotcha.
Oh, I think I did. I think I said, "Oh shit, I caught y'all while y'all was live."
Every time I have the opportunity, like if I'm the first comment somewhere, I like to try to write first.
and Jonna usually hit it within 24 to 48 hours. So. Shout out to that.
Show.
All right.
Miss you, John.
Y'all ready for the shot clock?
No.
No?
Because I'm amped up.
Oh, yeah, you are amped up. My bad.
Yeah.
You just got amped up.
What you amped up about?
So let me tell y'all what's grinding my motherfucking gears and amping me up this week. I just love how everybody is trying to put all the holidays in June. First, it was just Pride, but now it's Pride, and then it's Juneteenth. No disrespect. You know, I love that. But then y'all trying to add men's mental health awareness on top of that. And, like, at Sam Job, they fucking took down all the Pride shit, like, a week after June started.
Damn.
To say it's Men's Mental Health Month.
Like, it's not still going on.
And Michael Jackson died a day before my birthday, so it's like... Nobody celebrates Ace during June. And I be pissed.
I knew this was for
I be fucking pissed.
Too many people trying to do things on your birthday.
Yes.
Month.
And I gotta work my whole birthday weekend, bro.
Nah, that shit sucks.
Ugh.
Fuck men's mental health.
Like all of that other shit, that could fly. But this year they added men's shit into my fucking month.
Yuck.
Oh, nah.
It didn't have to be in June. It could have been in July.
It could have literally been in. I gotta be honest. I like July as a men's month better.
Right.
I actually do as well. I was thinking that.
Yeah. Let me have the first part of the summer.
Hey yo, let Ace have the first part of the summer. That's all she asked
That's
for.
all I'm asking for.
Yearly for the rest of her life.
I don't think anybody really care about the Michael Jackson shit though.
Nigga,
Like, that's not something you want to.
they
celebrate.
go ham on the radio playing all Michael Jackson and all the conversations. Oh, you remember when he died? And like he literally died the day before.
But we
my
could
birthday,
be
bro.
hearing Ace's freestyles on the radio
You
instead.
could be. You could be listening to the pod right here on YouTube.
What are you doing for your birthday?
Nothing.
Listening to Michael Jackson,
Working.
unfortunately.
Probably listening to Michael Jackson. Probably making a Mike Jack day in the stone. Having CEO visits and shit.
Do you have like any personal birthday traditions?
No.
No.
It rains every year on my birthday.
It rains every year on your
I love
birthday?
the water and I love to go swimming and it so often gets canceled. But
I mean, for me, it's just always like just play a birthday song, the 2 Chainz version, the 2 Chainz birthday.
for sure.
I always just play that in the morning.
I mean, it's definitely a little soundtrack that goes in throughout the day. You know, I'm for sure gonna go eat something. Most likely some crab legs. Oh, another thing that got me amped up. I went and ate some crab legs at this one spot.
It was ass.
No, they was fucking delicious actually. And I got this big old boil for 2, right? I added fucking crawfish to it. These niggas forgot the lobster tails, right? And I'm like, look, there's nothing in here, you know. There's no lobster tails in here. It come with the fucking lobster tails.
You don't
right?
have to add it.
Right. Which is why I got it. That's what I'm here for. Bring my fucking lobster. They came and checked that shit 3 times to verify that it wasn't no lobster there. Then when they brought the crawfish, because they forgot to add that to the bag,
Can't give you shit.
I put the crawfish in there with the rest of the boil.
They thought it was the lobsters?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I was about to say that'd be a
Nah.
dickhead.
I'm like, if that's a small ass fucking lobster, bro. So anyway, I paid. I did that or whatever, and I had a big ass like $30 drink and shit. Right, so I'm spending all this money off rip, only for me to get down to like the crawfish and find hair like wrapped around one of the crawfishes, bro. And I'm like,
Are you sure it's hair? Not like net or anything like that?
It wasn't edible. It wasn't like the little stringy shit they be on the crawfish or nothing like that. And then she was like, give me a discount. Or she was like, do you want me to just remake your food? I'm like, well, shit. That's kind of like 2 bowls for the price of 1. Yeah, go ahead and remake that shit for them to forget the lobster again.
You going back?
I told her I'm going to be back on my birthday. She better look out. And then once I got home, once I got home, I realized that they didn't even give me the cheesecake that go with the shit.
Hey, you can't go back.
The food was bomb as fuck though.
Wait. I just said you can't go back, but I might have to renege on that because like I just went back to a place where like I had a real bad experience on my birthday as well. Mm-hmm. Like, and I recently went back. I got that fine ass girl's number.
And it be a win sometimes,
It
right?
do be like, yeah.
So if y'all, I'm gonna go get the regular crab boil and y'all gonna throw them 2 lobsters in for free, you know what I'm saying? We gonna be good. We gonna be good.
Okay. That is not the conclusion I would have came to, but I like where you guys' heads are at. Way to spin it. You think they're gonna remember and like really throw in the extra joints mad late?
Because I had shameless plug. I still had my work clothes on. I was like, yeah, man. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all had some great customer service, but the food, you know, this was just this unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I got you, girl. I got you. I was like, don't worry about cooking it tonight. I see y'all closing up, but I'm gonna be back in 2 weeks. My birthday's on this day. And by the way, if y'all ever need some car parts, you know what I'm saying? I work at this store down here. Pull up on me. I got you. She gonna remember me. She gonna remember.
Good luck.
You just gotta hope she working there when you're.
She the GM. She gonna remember. from one GM to another.
I'm sorry, have we met before? You look familiar, but I just can't
I'm gonna
place
go in
where.
there and call her first name back. Like, hey girl, how you doing?
You know they forgot your lobster tails a few times. They're likely to forget you.
Bruh.
You just one of the many people they forgot lobster tails
And
for.
your cheesecake. I would have been
I'm
tight.
like, why is y'all advertising this? That's why I hate when they take the menu off the table after you done ordered your food. First off, bitch, I might want some more. First off. Second off, let me double check with what you said I'm gonna get on this menu, because if my shit missing shit and I don't recognize it to the end, I'm gonna feel the type of way. Like,
You think that's why I take it away in the first place?
Most
you
likely.
can't double check.
yup. Yup.
That's kind of cynical.
But true.
Okay.
Yo, my mom's really been convincing me on Google making people take the long way conspiracy theory.
What you mean?
Like, Google has like a contract with like gas stations to forcibly make people take the long way, just so that way, little by little, everybody's spending a little bit more on gas.
That's
Wait,
crazy.
Google or like GPS?
Google Maps,
Google Maps, huh?
or I maybe more than just Google Maps. Maybe any map company that's involved is forming a
I hear
contract.
that. She may not be too far off. I've often thought, how do you really know if the GPS is sending you the most direct way if you only use it when you don't know the way?
Right.
Who's to say?
Bro.
Who's
But
really
but it's
to
very
say?
noticeable when you use it and you know the way.
Every time I use Lyft, like, you know how you entering into my neighborhood by my house on the left hand side. So the people come in front and pick me up, but it always want to send them the long way around the whole thing.
That's exactly why
Back out
I'm
the
saying
door.
all of this, because like there's you know there's two entrances. One, like, you get in through the regular entrance every time, but there's like a real back entrance that goes to like the Publix and all of that, and it always sends them all the way over there just to send them back onto Frey, where like you could have just like gone out in like a minute, like from the first entrance. Like, it always does that on an Uber.
It definitely
I
do it
think
on them ride share platforms. 'cause
I
they
definitely
trying
think
to
it's there.
make some more
For
money.
sure there. But my mom doesn't use that stuff, and like she hates maps because of the fact that she feels that they do that on the regular apps as well.
Damn.
Damn.
Love you, mama.
I feel like I gotta come up with an amped up now. Goddamn. Y'all niggas hyping this bitch about weird shit.
Teezy don't care about shit.
Nonchalant ass teasing.
Well, I told y'all my amped up off air about old boy with the fine ass black wife. I am seriously amped up about that shit. That's been on my mind like 7 days straight, boy. Like, how the hell did he do that?
Have you talked to anyone else about that?
No. It's been,
I wonder what your therapist gonna say about it.
I would never tell her that.
Why? That's what she there for.
I don't want my therapist to judge me.
That's the one person you're paying to judge you, dog. You're paying her to do that.
But I just don't want her to form the wrong judgment. Like, if I start telling her shit like that, she might get the wrong impression of me.
When you tell her the real version of you, she getting the wrong impression of you.
We're not there in our relationship yet.
Yeah, you're so backwards. What?
I can't.
I gotta hide the real me so she doesn't get the wrong impression of me.
Right, from the therapist, bro. That's like going to the doctor and telling them your knee hurt when it's really your back.
Like, doc, they cut off my knee. I have a lot of shoulder pain right now.
Say what y'all want. I need her to give me the advice that I want and need, not to know my soul and fucking judge me harshly. Fuck all that.
What do you think she'll say?
All my worst fears. What the fuck you mean?
I mean, but like, it's like a joke. Like, it's not the real you. Like this is just you like hating, and you recognize that this is like maybe a toxic trait. Well, you're just doing it. Like, somewhat out of jest, but also like I feel this way. I'm allowed to feel this way.
I don't know. I guess maybe if I actually like felt some emotional weight about it, like I told y'all, I think it's funny that I know that I'm hating and I just accept it. Like I don't feel like that's anything emotionally heavy for me.
That's emotional weight. It's haterade, bro.
I think it's better to let it out and be open about it.
I mean,
The shit that
I agree, which is why I'm telling you to tell your therapist. Let it out, Teezy.
I told y'all, I'm telling y'all
He's
on the
telling us.
pod.
He's telling us. I think that's
He's
valid.
telling us and all his internet cousins.
Honestly though, I think it's positive.
Hey,
Honestly, I do.
Hey, I'll
Nation building.
drop
No
a
step
comment. Let Easy know if he should tell his therapist or not.
For real. I would be real surprised if people say yeah. Who just spills all of their guts to their therapist though, for real?
Dog,
Like who is that open?
Wait. Are you not paying this person to spill your guts to?
I only got 1 hour, bro. Like I can't like
And that's where the problem lies because I be trying to get so much out in this 1 hour, bro.
saying. You gotta choose your battles, man.
That's also why I ain't changed my therapist because hold on, bitch, you got a whole little record book of me right now.
Oh, you still haven't like even though you were considering it the other week.
She's still like it's still valuable. I'm still getting some good stuff from her.
Maybe she just knows how to play the game.
Maybe
She felt like a little like the energy was a little off. Like is she quiet quitting on me?
I gotta step it up.
at the same time, it just be feeling good to talk to somebody.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It just be feeling good to talk to somebody. So
Every time I leave therapy, I always start singing. I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away. I don't know where I'm going. I swear to God, I just find myself singing that randomly all the time. Like I feel free,
feeling lighter than
I
a
wonder
feather.
why.
free. Because I really do be feeling light. Like I feel like I just got some shit off, and like the reason I don't do that in my real life is I always feel bad, like just telling people all my shit. Like it's not your responsibility. It's like I don't want to just sit here and for real talk about myself for an hour to somebody. But I do feel good when I do it with my therapist. Like, and I know that you're gonna give me like some educated, studied shit.
Right.
And I really appreciate that. I'm like, yeah, okay. I can just get this off. It's impersonal and you got some good advice for me.
Yeah. Fucks with therapy, dog.
Heck yeah.
Just because you're paying for it, is that the reason you're sure that it's good advice?
I just assume because she studied it. I also went to school for psychology, so I would like respect the game. Like I respect the craft. But if I did not respect psychology, then I probably wouldn't be as open to it. Like I would again question like, what does she really know? But I think they really know.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, how we know she ain't manipulating us? Like, because they psychologists, but they're also business people. Because you know they got to make this
Gotta
money.
make that money.
And they're making you crazy.
I be like, for real, excuse me. I just be wondering, like, what if her real analysis is, you don't really need therapy, nigga. Like, just talk to your family and friends and like be vulnerable. But if she told me that,
she's
then,
saving that for the last session.
which is when, and ain't no end date on
that's
this
on her.
bitch.
That's not on you.
You always need therapy.
And like her job is to get me there, but what if she like just slow walk me there? I'm for real. Like, you don't think about that? Like, what if that's her like whole goal as a businesswoman? Like, oh, this nigga. He just,
I feel that more so with my leadership now. Like, I gotta side eye these niggas and look at them suspect. Cause is you really trying to get me to the next level, or you trying to sabotage me, or you know, like, I be wondering sometimes.
it's business still, and it's still America. Unfortunately.
Unfucking fortunately. I was gonna say I was watching this show on Netflix about this nurse or whatever like that, and she was very manipulative, like almost convinced. She convinced somebody to kill themselves.
Damn.
And I was just thinking about that when you said, like, what if my therapist said, well, you know what, you don't want to do it, just go ahead and off yourself. Like, I'd be mad as fuck. If I did, I'm looking down on her like this motherfucking bitch.
But they put it in like a real scientific way. Like you really don't want to like keep disappointing yourself. So if you tell yourself that you're gonna kill yourself, you have to follow through, or you're always gonna feel bad.
Nigga. Thank God I'm mentally strong enough to bypass that shit. And if she was, I'd be finding a new therapist quick.
I wonder if that's ever happened. Like a sociopath just decided, I'm really interested in studying people, so I'm going to study psychology. And then they became a psychiatrist and like, oh, this person doesn't have any family or anyone that cares about them. They would be the perfect person to experiment on.
Mm-hmm. It's a whole world of dark psychology
just started getting
out there,
bored.
All right. Before it becomes another morbid pod. Shot clock.
Ow.
All right. So we have 3 minutes for this shot clock. We all have to come to a consensus. If we all disagree, we all drink. If if one person disagrees, if 2 people agree, then the odd man out only has to drink. All right.
Cool.
Here's the question. You got the timer?
Mm-hmm.
If you could go back to any age or forward to any age, what would be the best age to do? Starting now.
25.
Why 25?
I was out of college, but still hungry.
But college is where you get all the opportunities. Like that, I'm thinking a little bit younger.
Because I wouldn't have had the baggage of school and assignments. Like, if I could go back to 25 knowing what I know now, I definitely would move a whole lot differently and take advantage of a lot more opportunities that I got after school.
I think my number is 19. Because I feel like that's a real pivotal time where I think early adulthood is where you get the most opportunities. And
Agreed.
knowing what you know, you would be able to like take advantage of the right ones, I think, and really make sure that you follow through on the right ones.
For me, it was 18 or 19. 19 is when I got my first injuries on my knees. So I think for me, if I can go back and prevent those injuries, I prevent a lot of things.
I can get jiggy with 18.
I can get jiggy. 18 was a good year.
You said 25 though?
Yeah.
Only thing about 18 is like that's really right after high school. You really got to do everything over. Like it was a lot of hard years during that time too, and you got to like redo that.
Those was my easier years, bro. Like,
who wants to
my
do
harder
school,
year-
bro?
I thrived in school. I glowed up in school.
Did you enjoy doing school work? That's the part that I don't want to redo.
I would say
Writing
once I
papers.
got into my major, I did like my assignments. Like I said, it wasn't regular assignments. It was deep discussions and breaking down plays and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or not necessarily volunteering, but interning at other places and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like hands-on shit. Like I really got to delve into the craft.
That's cool.
Yeah, you convinced me. Because also once I got into my major, that's what really made me fall in love with it for real. Like just learning about the human psyche at the different stages of life.
Them first couple classes, y'all can keep that shit. That first year of school.
Yeah. Y'all sure y'all want to go with 19?
The thing about 19 is like whoever we were at 18, we have no control over, and we just have to pick up after that. So like at 18, when you just got into college, you have all the control of college, not just like the later years.
Yeah. But 19 was that for me too. Cause like I said, that first year of school is like you still trying to find yourself. You still trying to see who you gonna hang with. You still trying to see what clubs you're gonna be a part of.
I still miss Buffalo in 18.
Yeah, same. Like I think like knowing that I'm here now, I would like to. I probably wouldn't go back to
These millennials with their opinions and their podcasts.
What years do we all?
Every one of them has podcasts nowadays.
I also say 19.
Hey, no one cares about your opinion, buddy.
I could do 19.
All right,
Cheers.
I'm here to tell you. I don't care what you think about love or sex, politics or religion, or how your socioeconomic blah blah blah. Save it for someone who cares.
But they shit not better than ours. Respect.
This is another Millennial podcast. I am another Millennial podcast host. I go by the name of Nick Teasy, aka Young Tizzer. Shout out to my boy Wizard, aka LaPod James, aka Big Homie Young Segway Cizon. I got a couple co-hosts in the building with me.
What's up? What's up? It's ACB the guy, aka AC Montana, aka Hotep Ace, aka Cat God.
What's good? What's up? It's your boy, Yosemite Sam. Not kidding. It's Los, the ghost, the one with the motherfucking most. How is everyone doing today?
Pretty good.
Peaches.
I might even say sensational.
We haven't heard that one in a long time.
I don't think you'll ever say that you've ever said that.
I don't think I've ever said it in such a healthy way as I've said it today.
So this is the first time you mean it?
I've always meant it, but I be wrong. Or I be feeling sensational for all the wrong reasons. And so I think I'm closer to the right reasons today.
What are the right reasons?
Okay. Get to it. I feel less anxious than I probably ever felt. I realized that I be like, at least recently, I've been going through shit and shit has been tough, but I just have not been as anxious about it. And to me, I think that's the best you can really ask for in life, because the problem's never gonna stop. You just want to be able to not feel completely overwhelmed and again, like out of character behind it. So that's probably why. Just I've been dealing with some shit, some work shit, which I told y'all last time. Even that's going well, and I'm not like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not like vindictive about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it because I know I can. And just even realizing like, I be overwhelmed a lot. And I never really realized that I be overwhelmed and how I react to it often. And so just realizing my patterns and understanding what I be doing and actually being better about it. Like I've been working out more, I've been cooking more, I've been going to sleep, reading more, just doing well.
Love that for you, brother.
Heck yeah.
What do you think attributed to that? Like, why are you less anxious? Did you just let go after seeing that white boy with the fine black bitty?
No, that actually brought up some really dark things for me. Because I'm telling y'all, if y'all seen him, y'all would not think he has a black wife. But once I saw it, I was like, damn, I get it. Because he's a cool-ass white boy, but not so cool. He reminded me of Zucker. And then I was like...
Well, Zucker.
Yes. And I'm like, bruh. Because he's just like
that's the first time I ever called him Zucker.
Z-Dog. Shout out to Z-Dog. But man, shout out to him, though. I shouldn't say this, but...
Shout out to cool white boys being with fine black biddies.
He was like not even like he was anyways, I might cut that part out. Like this nigga is so not impressive, y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all.
What if he randomly happens to already subscribe to the show or something?
Hey, well, shout out to you, dog.
He gonna be like, this what this nigga thought of me.
I just want to also say once again, I am hating. I am hating.
Okay. You can't do nothing but respect it.
Can't do nothing but respect it. You know they say, what's that Drake line? Jealousy is just love and hate at the same time.
It's fair.
Come on, man.
I guess, but back to it. Why do you think you feel less anxious?
Less dating. Therapy, but I think mostly just being like to myself and only worrying about myself and being able to. I'm also at a point in my life where I'm just really examining myself and looking at the habits that I have and the patterns that I have And I realized recently that I'm always just like looking at myself moment to moment. But if I open up the scope and really think about, you did this, you thought you was just doing it because you felt it in that moment, but it's really because of like over the last 3 days before that, these things happened. And you keep doing it. Every time these type of things happen, you do this and you never realize it because you only looking at it like with horse blinders on. But again, if I think about my life and the things that have happened to me like throughout the week or throughout the day even, and where I'm trying to go, it has just opened things up for me more. And it's not so much weight on the moment. It's realizing that I'm a creature of habits, and if I can accept that and, work against that, like make an effort to make changes and deal with the challenges of making changes, then it's not so bad. Like, it's not so bad to fuck up this one time because it's not this only moment that counts. It's a constant effort to change and also realize that, you tend to do this. You didn't do it completely right, but you did a little bit better.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah.
And that's always going to be the case. You can only really do a little bit better. You can't expect a big leap. And I'll be feeling better about that.
Do you think you would prefer to like just outright change all of the negative habits, or how about like maybe taking advantage of the fact that you're a creature of habit and just form new habits that you're okay with?
I don't understand the question.
Well, you recognize that you fall into certain patterns, and so you mentioned that you can recognize, and when you recognize, you're able to make a change to get out of that pattern.
Okay, I'm with you so far.
And as a creature of habit, I think you can also take advantage of your current programming, and instead of just changing, you can maybe just create new habits that you're okay with instead.
Isn't that the same as changing?
Not always. Not the way I'm seeing it. Because you can just change and not create a new habit at all. You can just change that one time.
But as opposed to changing your habits, which means changing it permanently.
Yeah.
Essentially. I don't know. My immediate thought, and I don't know if I'm understanding the question right, but I'm afraid to just completely change all at once. Mm-hmm. So I probably would choose the gradual change just out of like safety. Because just the thought of completely being a new person scares the fuck out of me. Like, I don't want to be that. Even if I want to be that, I don't want to be that if I don't feel like I'm me anymore.
Even if you want to be that, you don't want to be that.
I just thought about the nigga who you was talking about from jail. Who couldn't sleep. That nigga was going through withdrawal because he was pushed through sudden fucking change, bro.
That would be me. I would absolutely be that guy.
So I'm with TZ on that too. Like, give me gradual change. Like, let's just take smoking for instance, right? I don't want to just completely stop like today and never smoke again. I know I have fun with this. I know, I do it as celebratory things. But if I maybe stop doing it every morning or something like that versus doing it throughout the whole day or something like that, that little bit of change, I'm okay with that for now until I'm ready for the next level of change. Hopefully life don't humble my ass and make me have to change so suddenly, but
yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely gonna make you have to change, but so suddenly, hopefully.
Yeah.
But it's like if you want to change, but you approach it in that way, do you not think you're like enabling your old self to not change? You got to be uncomfortable in order to actually change.
Can you give us an example of how this could work? Like,
no, we'll just use Ace's example. Like, I don't.
Can we use a different example?
Sure. TV. You know,
Let's say cigarettes. Quitting cigarettes.
quitting cigarettes.
Okay.
Same thing.
Yep. Same thing. You were talking about cigarettes the whole time.
And so yeah, we're trying to quit cigarettes. Like, you know, you want to quit because you know that you don't want that as a part of your life, but you just decide, I'll stop smoking in the mornings instead. So you just slow down it.
Are we really assuming that we don't want it to be a part of our life at all? Or we just want to have a more healthy relationship with it?
Well, why are we making the change? I guess like for this particular thing, this can be a very negative, toxic thing to our life.
Okay. And so we want to quit smoking altogether.
And if you want to quit smoking altogether, you want to make a drastic change like that, you got to put yourself in an uncomfortable position to get used to that uncomfortableness, to make that the norm. But if you're slowly doing it, I feel like you're just like not really doing much of a change.
I think I would say to that, it goes back to my old way of thinking. I hate being that guy right now. But if you put all this pressure to go cold turkey immediately, you set yourself up for disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it's unrealistic, but it's much more challenging. And the more realistic option, for lack of a better term, is to try to gradually decrease. I think it's just easier to do and easier to like emotionally do as well and reconcile and all that type of shit. So yeah, maybe you want to quit cold turkey, but after I think it's very easy to disappoint yourself if you make that the standard in other areas as well. Like everything I want to do, I just want to be able to do it immediately. I don't think you can have that mentality about shit.
But what if you, like?
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess I'm like, what if you replace the habit with a different, more positive habit?
Okay, every time I want to smoke, I decide to take a walk or work out.
Something like that.
I work out.
So like, it's you're. I guess I think that's a valid option when you're trying to make a drastic change, especially when you yourself are able to recognize that you're a creature of habit. This is how you work. This is how I can take advantage of myself. I can make this change. And I don't think anybody's ever emotionally ready for a drastic change. But that's exactly when you probably should start making that change.
That's an interesting thought. You don't think anybody's ever ready, emotionally ready for a drastic change?
No.
What you think?
I think it was profound what he said. I may not 100% agree with it, you know, but it's some truth to that for sure.
I don't think I agree. And I don't know if that's positive to force a drastic change before you're ready. I think there could be maybe once in a while, but to make that the way of doing things, like I'm just supposed to be able to do this, or I want to be able to do this or live this way, so I'm just going to do it now.
I think it's an ideal way of thinking. I don't think I think that way. I'm not that person. Like,
that makes me uncomfortable thinking about that. I already told y'all though, I have a fear of like the person that I want to be having to like live that way every day. Like, who really wants to do shit like that, bro? Like, and it's as crazy as it sounds, it's like, dog, to be great, you got to be great. And who the fuck wants to be great all the damn time? Mm-hmm. Like, who wants to try to be great all the damn time, bro?
All right.
And maybe it's like
make it a lifestyle.
And that's the thing that separate great niggas from us.
They actually got the taste of greatness, so that they want it more.
I think that really is the difference, though. Because everybody, I think we all agree that Kobe is the epitome of human greatness? And I think he lived greatness as a lifestyle. I don't know.
He also got caught up though, you know, being a regular person. He's still human, like, and it was way before he really like stepped into greatness. You know, that could have been one thing that changed the complete trajectory of his life. You know, but luckily he was surrounded by people that didn't allow that to happen. So he was able to still reach where he was trying to get to.
Do y'all think Kobe was happy?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I think he was content with life.
I wouldn't say that he was happy. And I don't think that he would probably care to use that as a measuring stick, but I would guess that he felt his life was rewarding and fulfilling, but I don't think he was happy. Like, I think he said, I've devoted my life to a thing that I love, and that is rewarding and that is fulfilling. But I think he lives a lifestyle of constant struggle. And that's what I think of Jordan as well. Like, Jordan just being the ultimate competitor. Like, bro, you are sick in the head to live like that. You're competing with everybody all the time. You got to be the best at everything and all things you do versus anybody. Come on, bro. Who? And that's your day in and day out lifestyle. Like Kobe, like, I'm going to be a machine about the thing that I love. I'm going to put up 1,000 shots every day. I'm going to watch however many hours of video every day. Like, I don't know, bro.
I don't think he was 100% satisfied, but I think he was happy because of the fact that he put in so much time and effort into what he loved. But the kind of person he was, I don't think he would ever be satisfied. And he just, like, as a man who wants greatness and wanted more than greatness, probably wanted more than what he always had in terms of, like, his career.
Maybe happiness is overrated. Maybe we shouldn't be using that as the barometer.
I don't know, because a lot of times all these old rich people, they get into their old dying days and they realize that they aren't happy. They realize that they missed out on time and experiences with people they love and missed out on building relationships with people they love, because now the only people who wants to be around them is people that they're paying for. You know what I'm saying? So happiness is a good measuring stick, but how to identify happiness, that's a whole nother thing.
I think I have to disagree. I think, and I, as a person that uses happiness as a measuring stick, I think we're setting ourselves up for failure again. Because you can't be happy all the time. Honestly, the Kobe thing got me thinking this. Like, the most you can ask for is that your struggle is rewarding and fulfilling. Like, you feel like this hardship is for something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's impossible to be happy, obviously, all the time. And I might question most of the time. It's like that Greek myth or that story about the guy who just, like, indulged in all his pleasures all the time and eventually he hated life. Like, if that's all that it's going to be, and if being happy every moment is all you really care about, you're just going to lead yourself to, like, despair. Fuck
Zook
that.
Dog was speaking of Zook Dog earlier. He just sent me a post. And it was like some Will Smith talking. He was just saying, "I hope everyone I love gets exactly what they want."
So you can realize you don't really want that shit.
Yeah, so you can realize you don't want it. Because
That's really what he said?
yeah, that's really exactly what he said.
What's it? Me and Will Smith, what's the difference?
Smith.
Millions of dollars.
But yeah, I guess the point was like
All right. I ain't have to just start. Get the fuck on with it.
few feet of difference.
Bad Boys, Fresh Prince, a rap career, platinum records, charisma,
Wife, kids.
bad
Said that
bitches.
for yourself. You said that for yourself, TZ.
But yeah, he was saying that like people will get everything what they want. They eventually realize, you know, that's not what they want. And at the end of all of this, is what you want is you. You want to figure yourself out. You want to be able to like reproduce your own happiness with yourself, as opposed to like everything that you have or don't have.
Can I keep it? Go ahead. No, you say yours first. Yours is gonna be better than mine.
I was just gonna say that's so ironic that we always want what we can't have. And I think that's why that statement applies, because you can work and work and work for $1 billion, but once you get $1 billion and you realize you got $1 million that you got to pay in taxes, you like, what is this all for? You know what I'm saying? So like,
For the other 999 million.
I think
Okay.
like happiness might be overrated to an extent, but only because we are never going to be satisfied with what we actually have.
It's a human problem.
Yeah. So when you do have some satisfaction or some contentment in life, you know, it be folks who just got a song in their heart, right? Just joyful. And all they doing is playing around water or something. You know, like I honestly miss that childlike simplicity of what makes me happy as a person. But I think ultimately we are all seeking to be free. So the more free you are able to be, like, I think businessmen have it better than celebrities, because businessmen, that nobody has to know you make so much money. But celebrities, they always clock in your money, who you would. You have no sense of privacy. Yes, you got all this money, but you can't even buy a private walkway through the mall or to somewhere to eat or something like that. So we see it don't be about the money.
And we are the problem. When does it stop?
When does it stop?
It never stops until you stop it.
But we have no self-control.
But yeah, about the Will Smith thing and getting right with yourself. Sometimes I be thinking that might be why I'm better than people.
Because you happy with yourself?
I at least try to be. Like, I care about that more than anything else. And I figure, like, I think I'm going to be happy and rich and not famous, but like live a comfortable lifestyle. But the thing that's going to make me happy most is knowing that I'm not like a terrible person. Mm-hmm. And that I actually really care about how I feel about myself, and I'm not willing to just do anything, and I got some integrity, and I still love and respect myself. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's something that so many people just disregard. Mm-hmm. And I'm joking about the like being better than people, but I do feel very good about that about myself. And a lot of people, I know a lot of people don't, and a lot of people don't even consider it. But I think it's what matters most, because it comes from a morbid place. But you live alone, you're born alone, you die alone. Like, you're the only person in your head. You're the only person that knows the hardships and honestly the mountaintops that you get to go on. Like, no one is with you throughout your whole life. Nobody knows what you know or sees what you see. Nobody knows what you think of, what you struggle with, what you have overcome. Like, you can only really do it for you.
You are your longest relationship.
Ooh.
Nobody can know you better than you know yourself. And loving yourself is a challenge, especially when you have all these folks who can say they love you, but they don't really love you, or they don't love themselves to even know how to love you. So,
and the challenge becomes increasingly difficult when you know the dickhead that you're trying to love is you. And you know your dickheadish ways.
Facts.
Hard to love someone unconditionally, like I love you guys.
Oh,
I don't believe in unconditional love.
And I unconditionally continue to love you.
I don't believe it.
That's cool.
Who?
Teasy fucked your bitch. You still love him?
Unconditionally. Now, if I had an actual bitch, it'd be a little different. Now, do you guys remember any, it could be as stupid as you want. Like, from your childhood, or teenage years, something that made you just smile or just happy.
Yeah. Running through the little water thing at Centennial.
Oh, those are cool. Yeah. Me as a bubble floating through the air. Just I remember I see those and it was like that's a free ass piece of like whatever you are. I just smile.
Bubbles?
Yeah, just looking at it.
Blowing bubbles?
Not blowing bubble, just like maybe like somebody squeezed like a soap, like a dish soap, and like a tiny little bubble just came out and just started floating. That shit it's a whole different world up there.
I mean, I probably have something, but nothing's coming to mind.
Like I said,
I
like
just
something
run
there
from
could be
the
something
youngster.
stupid, like mine was stupid.
No. I've always had a disgruntled disposition, even as a youth. That shit to be just smiling at it.
See, I'm struggling to believe TZ's a happier person lately. Like I don't know how free of anxiety you actually are.
His angry face is his happy face. That's what he's saying.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always angry.
I actually used to be like such a carefree, happy-go-lucky kid, actually.
And what happened?
Bills.
Started thinking about life.
He became a fan of Buffalo Bills.
I think, honestly, I've always had a lot of interest as a kid, so it was always easy to like entertain me.
Disconnect from whatever is bothering you.
I guess so. Like I think I've always been a moment to moment type of person. So like, if you entertain me in this moment as a kid, I'm in. It don't really take much. We could be shooting hoops. We could be having an interesting conversation. It could be a girl. It could be a TV show. It could be football. It could be running outside. It could be sunlight. It could be, I don't know, anything.
What was the last thing that had you guys laughing or cheesing uncontrollably?
Bruh.
You.
Me?
You sending that text about you have to get your son to the airport.
Oh.
Nigga, I was laughing. I was dying about that, bro. Because I'm like, bro,
This is a
Rennie is old as hell. Like, and you don't have a car. What are you doing to make sure he gets there? Like, send that nigga off. Like, put him in an Uber and let him go. Like, he old as hell. I kept thinking about that. And I wanted to ask, but I'm like, you know what?
Dog,
That's cool.
Until the day
Do what you gotta do, Pops.
Until the day of, I was still telling him like how to like take the bus, which app to download, like here, get off and at 5 points if you have extra time, just chill out there. Like I was really about to go with him, but I wasn't feeling it anymore, so I was just like, yeah, fuck that. Like you can go.
Crazy.
That gave me a good LOL. That was super funny to me.
We babysitted a little baby dog this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And she was just so cute. She was medium size and only 1 year old, so a baby.
Baby.
And, you know, once Swisher got comfortable with her, they was just playing around. It was so good to see Swish have somebody to play with. She wasn't quite his size.
Like a bigger dog, yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't quite his size, but she gave that nigga a run for his money. She gave that nigga a run. All you seen is she was a poodle and white. All you seen was white legs just standing up on top of him and shit. Like, and then our grass had got really, really high. And so when she go to jump in the grass, she looked like a little bunny just hopping in there. She was just so fluffy, just hopping in there. She was so cute.
That is cute. That is joyous.
What's yours?
An Instagram post.
Like a particular one?
Yeah, it was I've been thinking about it all day. Like, it's hilarious. Just this guy. It says -1. Like the caption is just -1 million aura or whatever. And like this guy pulls up in a stick shift car. Like just spits outside the window, but the spit lands on his shoulder. He's just like fucking just jerking the car, trying to pull off. His friend is in the back trying to look hard as fuck. It's not working.
That gotta be so trash for this shit to come back in the window and land on you.
That's super dope.
Black shirt, so you could for sure see it. That shit had me dying.
OMG.
Y'all want to do some housekeeping?
Housekeeping. Like, comment, subscribe, follow us on YouTube. You can find us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Yeah, share. Please comment. We love those comments. We love interacting with you guys.
Yes, sir.
Especially if you start shit with Los.
If you start shit with me, I'm gonna comment back. I'll give you at least 2 replies before I say fuck it. And don't forget, any subscriber to our YouTube gets a shout out on the show.
Facts.
And the best way to support us is to purchase the merch. Anything you see on the set is for sale, including us, except the Pod Pro.
I'm not for sale. Let me make sure I acknowledge that.
You gotta earn that.
I think I can be persuasive. If you need her, let me know. We do have shot glasses for sale, and also customized shot glasses as well.
I got a name on mine.
Heck yeah.
Gang, gang. And if you have a Ask the Cast, please feel free to write us at anothermillennialpod@gmail.com.
Heck yeah.
Speaking of Ask the Cast, young sirs.
Oh, you got one for the crew.
For the crew.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Pacers. The series might be over by the time you hear this, but they was impressive this postseason. So shout out to them, no matter what happens.
Fuck them.
Yes, sirs. And I like that. A lot of people have been clowning that shit, but I think it's catchy.
What?
The yesers.
Yeah, they're called the Pacers, and so they got a bunch of T-shirts that they give out at their games that say "Yes, sirs," like SCERS.
Yeah.
I see what they was going for.
Ew. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's different. Sorry, go ahead. Never mind. I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. If you had to break one minor law for a cause that you deeply believed in, what would it be and why?
Have we done this one before? Mm-mm. You sure? Not recently, but I feel like we might have done this some years ago.
You want a different
minor
cause?
law for a cause that I am passionate about.
I feel like this is a shot clock. And I feel like Lexi answered it. Anyways, go ahead.
I'm thinking.
You can change the law for a cause.
No.
That you,
No, you're breaking the law.
Break a law.
I can.
If you had to break one minor law for a cause that you deeply believed in, what would it be and why?
What causes do I deeply believe in is the real question.
And what's the line between minor and major? Like, can I slap a government official and still be cool?
If I walk in front of a president barricade or motorcade, is that minor? They might shoot me for that, so I don't know.
If
But
I
I'm
see
really
you
just
beating your
jaywalking.
dog and I just snatch him from you and say, "This is my dog now," I could get jiggy with that.
Okay. Okay. Mm-hmm. What mine? I don't really care about any causes. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Nush, what's easy?
No social causes, like. I think you should be able to assault a cop if you see him doing some fucked up shit. Does that count? Is that minor? Like, not do anything crazy. I'm gonna just tackle him.
In my mind, like, go for it. because Tupac did it, and I
Yeah.
think he got off of his shit.
See, I wouldn't even do what Tupac did. He actually shot a cop. That's crazy. That's a little extreme for me.
But I mean,
I'm not him.
You can't bring fists to a gunfight though.
I was
You
thinking,
go tackle that cop, that nigga finna pull his shit and blast you.
well, let's just say I see him like beating you with a nightstick. I might tackle him. That's probably as far as I can go though.
And restrain him a little bit. Let me get away.
No,
Or
I'm
no.
gonna just tackle him and get off him so he don't shoot me.
If you get off of him, he gonna find his bearings and then shoot.
Well, I'm gonna just tackle him and then I'm gonna like get up and do this.
He gonna be like, oh hell no.
So you're just giving him another body to arrest.
I mean, that's a cause I believe in. I don't want to see my homies get arrested. At least not in front of me.
Or at least don't abuse me while arresting me. All right. If you
Yeah, I
beating
can
my
see
ass
Yeah.
and I'm already handcuffed, please come knock that motherfucker out.
Yeah, you can get arrested in front of me. You just can't get abused in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's my line. You could definitely get arrested in front of me. Especially if I believe you deserve it. Get his ass.
I
told
see you
y'all,
some bail money.
everybody don't need to be free. If you out here doing some heinous shit. If I find out that Los is like doing the helicopter dick on Marta. Hey,
That's not
get him out of
heinous.
there.
That's not heinous.
But you're only doing it in like women's faces? Get his ass out of here. He need to be off the streets. He need to be off the streets. I can absolutely respect
Oh my
that.
God.
But you cannot beat his ass while you arrest him.
What if I got Botox on my dick before I did it every time?
No.
Not every time, but I just
Heinous.
made sure.
Heinous.
Either way, bro. Why you subjecting other folks to see that?
It's not subjecting. It's a free show that people should pay for.
I mean, maybe that's his answer. His minor crime is a little, what do they call that?
Exhibitionism.
Yeah, public nudity for his right to free speech. He wants you to see this Botox. He wants you to know that he got it.
He's advertising. Got the doctor's name tattooed on it.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Botox by.
Can we actually get a new question though? Because I do think we've answered that one before. I really do.
I got you. I got questions over here.
I'd like to find a way to incorporate the old shot clocks again as well.
The old ones we had.
Yeah, just the one person 60-second or whatever shot clocks. I miss that. I feel like we need to do something with that.
This kind of like the question you asked earlier about the playlist to your life or something like that. Is more specific though. If you had a theme song for your life right now, what would it be and why?
Ooh. Fuck Up the World by Jay-Z. I've thought about that before.
For my life right now.
Dang, I wish I could play these songs. YouTube would take that shit right down.
Excuse me.
Wolves. From T-Lop.
How it go?
I'm lost and found out.
Who's on that song with him? Is it?
It's just Ye. Pretty sure it's just Ye.
I don't think you know that song for real.
I mean, it's the one with all the wolves everywhere.
Interesting choice. Interesting choice.
Found out. I guess just on my father shit.
I don't remember that part of the song. I was interested to hear you say the next line.
Because he just keeps going with like, you gotta let me know if I could be your Joseph. Only tell you real shit. Something, I don't know. But he starts talking about Joseph, Mary, his kids.
All right, interesting choice. Not where I thought you would have went.
He's a new father.
I'm like a bird.
I just knew that was gonna be your song, TZ.
I haven't earned that as my theme song yet. I'm working.
What's
toward
yours
it.
is?
You know, it's really any song by Kenton Jones, man. Like, one of them is Best Day Ever. Like, he'd be like, I'm about to have the best day ever, best week ever, best month ever. And it's like, right before I got into my position this time last year, I was playing that song on repeat. You know what I'm saying? That one and Big by Pastor Mike. And for me not to be Christian, I mess with gospel songs, bro. They be having me feeling real good.
Gross.
Gross.
I hate gospel songs.
You will love those, man. Kenton Jones do a really good, like, trap mix. Like, he's very versatile as an artist. And at some point, you really just got to respect his artistry.
I've heard a Kenton Jones song before, but I don't remember it being, like, gospel rap.
I got a few I can play for you.
Can I get a rip?
Okay.
Anybody else want to join?
I'll take one. I have a question. This is this or that. You can either stay as you are, or you get 6 attempts to bowl a strike for $100 million. If you don't get it, you turn into a dog.
I'm okay with that, bro. I'm rocking with it because
I'm asking this to 2 dog lovers, so I'm curious if y'all just willing to lay it all on the line for your love.
My bowling game, but even if I fail, I wouldn't mind being a dog.
worth the risk.
It's worth the risk.
I'm pretty sure I answered this off pod a few like last week or something.
Yeah.
Like, I'm way into that. I'm gonna get that strike, but if I don't, shit, I'm a dog.
Cool.
Y'all are
Be a
crazy,
dog,
bro.
I'm a mutt.
I do love that song though, but no, y'all crazy.
That's a easy. Like, what's wrong with being a dog? Why wouldn't you? Are you saying you wouldn't because of that?
They only live like 12 years.
Okay.
That sucks.
To them, they're still living their full life.
And that really be like 80 years in human years.
Nope. They're still the full.
But it's 12 years in human years.
They can't tell time.
And I understand
And what
why
the
y'all
hell-
are
and what are
using
you
that as a
doing?
positive,
What
but
do
to
you-
me that is not. That's
What-
12 years.
As a dog, what are you doing with that time? Like, what are you doing? You trying to make a career out of yourself? Trying to make a business?
I don't know. I guess the thing that you're trying to make a positive to me is a negative because it's saying you have no purpose. You really just live each day and run and
You
wag your
here
tail.
to get loved on and to give love to the world. That's your purpose.
We should
And
be
dogs
living
are
as
successful.
dogs as humans, but we don't.
I wouldn't
Say it again.
that.
I didn't hear you.
We should be living that purposelessness as humans.
I disagree. I think the purpose of life is to give life purpose. That's just what I believe. So I think we're meant to actually make it purposeful.
But then the moment you turn into a dog, like that just existing is the purpose, dog.
I think as a human, you have the option to live your way or my way.
Mhm.
As a dog, you're at the whim of others. What if you're not like a house dog?
And that would suck tremendously.
Like all of a sudden I'm just a wild dog.
Yeah, like your owner sucks,
then I'm with
so he
the-
gave
but
you
you didn't
away.
say all that. You said I'm
you're
the
a dog.
dog living my best life. That's the dog I'm choosing to be.
Hey, you're you and you turn into a dog. Maybe someone in your family takes you in. I don't know. I assume your family loves you enough that they would do that.
Do they know I'm a dog?
They were there. You invited everyone to the bowling alley.
And they watched it.
We all watched it happen.
Easy yes. That's an easy yes.
Cause one of these niggas gonna take me, bro.
And they gonna take good care of you, hopefully.
Am I still Los inside of the dog body, or am I just a dog now?
Like Brian.
I mean, I assume you're just a dog, but you're Los as a dog?
Like, so do I remember everything that I've been through as a human?
I don't know. I don't know if dogs can remember in the same way.
But they've never been human, so like I mean that's why I'm asking you. You're the game master.
No.
No.
You're just a dog who was formerly Los, but you only have the memory and brain capacity of a dog, and so you can't even fathom. It's like humans talking about gods when you were a human. You don't even get that part anymore. That's above you now. Just dog shit.
I would still be a dog. Can I pet that dog?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Crazy.
I'm not
You kids are
turning into
crazy.
a dog. I'm gonna get that straight.
That part though, that's what it really comes
It's
down
crazy
to.
how you don't believe. Well, I guess you've never seen either Ace or me bowl, but I'm gonna get my strike in 6.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back to this. This would be some good content. I would love for us to like be able to do a cutaway.
We're just gonna go bowling.
Bowling.
Yeah, and actually
go.
give each other 6 attempts.
Let's go. I got a birthday coming up. Let's go.
So Ace.
Let's go.
Who would y'all want to take y'all in as a dog?
Ace. Out of the 3 of us, Ace. Oh, in general,
Anybody.
and anyone?
Like somebody you know.
Oh, somebody I know. Damn, I was gonna pick.
Like you can't just be Will Smith dog. Like I'm assuming you invited your loved ones to the bowling alley because you might win 100 million and you want your loved ones there.
Can that be a celebrity though? Because I would choose Caesar Milan, the dog whisperer.
I wouldn't choose him.
He got too many dogs for you.
You heard bad things. He's a fraud. He's a faker. He's a phony.
I don't know what I heard. I just don't like him.
Okay.
Why?
He's
Why
not? An
not?
actual dog whisperer.
Well, let's just say that you invited
bad
him, but he
vibe.
didn't show up.
I got a bad vibe from him. As a dog, I didn't like him.
Why are y'all making it so complicated? Like I thought both of y'all was just gonna say my mom, my sister.
Because
Like-
my mama don't like dogs. My sister's terrified of dogs.
Oh, so you really in a pickle?
Yeah.
And you still gonna go for it? Thinking you was about to be you and Swisher on the streets.
Bruh. Facts though.
Either one of my sisters would take care of me great.
I don't know. John done lost a couple of dogs.
You really ain't got nobody.
B Gates take good care of her dog.
Okay.
My mom, my grandmother. They wouldn't be able to walk me, but I'd be spoiled at home.
That's crazy. Me and Switch are gonna be out on the streets. I'm be like, Swisher, go do this trick. I'm gonna be able to talk to him in dog language. We both gonna be earning some money. Like, go do this. I got you.
The fact that y'all both chose it so quick is
Wait, so you just wouldn't?
no, definitely stay as you are. Stay as you are for me.
See, I'm gonna skip this round. Y'all got that shit.
Heck no. I don't want to turn into any animal. Not a turtle. I only say that because they live longer than us. Like, not a motherfucking shark. Not a
Bro, they
whale.
live longer if they untouched by us.
Yeah. And we're a fucking menace to everything.
To everything, bro.
I don't want to deal with that. I'm good.
You rather be the menace.
Why would you choose anything else? If you got to choose between being menaced or being the menace,
I'd rather choose the million.
Facts, though.
I'm not choosing being menaced. That's just a byproduct of me failing.
if you could be, never mind. Do we have any other AskCast that we want to get off?
Not particularly, but I got questions if y'all want another one.
This isn't a real question. This is just a funny topic I had written. Mm-hmm. Would you rather be the first person versus the gorilla, or the last person with Bonnie Blue? Bonnie Blue was the girl who did 100 dudes in one day, and then she upped it up and did 1,000 dudes in one day later.
First person against the gorilla,
Or last person.
That's a good,
Again, you don't have to answer that. I just thought it was very funny.
I guess for the sake of my life, I gotta take Bonnie.
Nigga, I'm taking the gorilla. I would shoot the fuck out that gorilla, bro. I'm sorry.
First person in the line of that gorilla. Like, wait, like, is 1v1s the whole way through, or is it like group fight?
This is in the 100 humans versus
I
one
get
gorilla
that,
thing.
but people think about it differently, and I'm asking: is it a 1v1, 100 rounds versus against this gorilla, or is it all of us at the same time? And if it's all of us at the same time, I just happen to be up front.
Let me answer that with this question. You are one of the 100, so you got to say in the strategy. How convincing do you think you would be able to be about choosing a wave of people versus a series of 1v1s?
Very convincing. That's a easy. So then I probably choose the gorilla one then.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going Bonnie Blue. Easy peasy. I'll go for
Teasy.
it. I will fucking go for it. That's my dog one, because that ain't even no question for me.
Bro, after 1,000 dudes?
I might get out of there alive. No chance with the gorilla. No chance, bro. First?
Wait. How is it just a might? Like, of course you're getting out of there alive. Why wouldn't you get out of there alive?
With Bonnie?
Yeah.
I might catch something. That's what I say, not getting out of there alive.
Are you going in raw?
Nigga, first off.
Did you hear the way he said that? Like, you was in disbelief. Like, you would consider that?
This is wild. Gorilla all day if that's the case.
She did say she tested everybody
Doesn't
beforehand.
fucking matter.
Was she letting them busting her? And was she raw dogging them?
She was raw dogging them, and I believe the rule was don't come in her eyes. I think other than that.
So you mean it's 1,000 different combs on this bitch?
Or I guess maybe on.
On,
In and around her.
in, around.
In
She's
or
a
around.
cum bucket, literally. And...
I don't think of women like that, but if that's how you want to put it, then
nigga, I just described it based off of what you just gave us. The
didn't-
information you gave us.
cum bucket is a strong word.
How much cum do you think 1,000 dudes gonna have if they all permitted to come on her, bro? Like she's walking covered in cum.
I don't disagree. It might be a bucket worth.
Not her eyes though.
Not the eyes. That's the only part.
They did get her in the eyes.
You gonna fuck her eyes? They got her in the
I would never fuck anyone in the eyes. That's
eyeball socket just going
Wait,
here.
what if she had a fake eye?
no.
That was the only clean place, and she like popped it out. She like, yo, I'm
Here you
so
go.
clean.
This hole is just for you.
Nope.
Nope.
That's crazy.
I
I will fuck her belly button before that. That's crazy. Y'all wow.
Ah.
You're
Okay.
wild. You're the one that
Right.
chose body in this situation.
I think y'all crazy. At least I get to live to tell about it.
Shit and me, bro. Me and this gorilla gonna be best fucking friends. My spirit's
Yeah,
just too fucking high, bro. We gonna be chilling. I'm gonna be Tarzan in this bitch. That's my brother. Okay?
That's Turk.
That's my brother. We is cool. We is family. He might fuck the other 99 up, but I'm gonna be good.
No, I'm fucking him up.
Can I ask y'all two more?
Go ahead.
This one, the first one isn't a question, it's just a request. Los, please convince Ace to do at least one more pod if I die. Please.
I got you. Like, that's easy. Ace will do it. Ace will do it. I don't even have to convince her.
Maybe one last pod.
It really hurts my heart that you were so like adamant about not doing one. Like, come on, bruh.
Because,
Come
TZ,
on, bruh. Like, come on, bruh.
no.
Did our friendship mean nothing to you?
It means everything, but still, bro.
Golly gee willikers.
I'm not gonna keep it going.
I actually don't want to ask my other question. So just gonna quit the pod when I die. I'll see it.
Let's go for the pod
Look.
that he starts after he dies.
Right, right. You quitting the pot on me right now. What you mean?
What did we learn today?
TZ withholds questions for his other pods.
TZ is willing to risk it all on the cum bucket.
Nigga.
but he won't turn himself into a dog for it.
I still think mine is less risky than even that, bro. Like,
What?
even if I catch the HIV, I might be able to live more than 12 years. Y'all are gonna die in 13 years, bro.
It's dogs that live longer than that.
You're gonna live to be 20.
Just give me 5 more years.
And
with
you already took away my human thought. So what the hell is a human lifespan to me as a dog? It's not
They don't
non-factor.
Y'all are wild.
Bro, dogs are so adaptable to change. Like, nothing phases them. You can leave them, come back days later, they still gonna remember you. They still gonna love you. You can go out and 5 minutes later, they still gonna love you. They still gonna greet you the same. They still love that consistency, and dogs give me that when I don't have that in my life.
Now, to Teezy's point, that part of it might suck because that's 5 minutes, but to the dog that was 35 minutes. Yeah, it was 1 hour, but to the dog it was 7 hours. Like I'm here depending on love from somebody, and like to them they're just it's a fleeting moment, but to me it means everything.
All you gonna know
That's exactly why I still choose it.
And the dog, all you gonna know is the dog is that I'm so overjoyed in this moment. Dogs really experience happiness, bro.
Yeah,
These niggas really fucking smile.
They can't help but show it either.
With their little bitty black lips.
And shaking their ass.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Trying to wag their tail when they're too happy, so they end up shaking their whole ass.
Bruh.
It's so cute.
Especially Swisher, bro. His big ass tail, bro. All you see is just a windmill. And then you smile at him, he turn up real quick. Like, he can't help it. Like,
It's cute.
All I hear y'all saying is dogs love you even if you are like in an abusive relationship with them.
and they do.
It's like a Pokemon.
They still give you the best love you've ever received in your whole entire life.
I'm good on that.
I would love to be able to do that for somebody.
I was just thinking, I do not want to be the best love that anyone's ever gotten in their whole life.
Maybe
That's
you
sad.
might think I want it.
Anybody in your path of love, that's sad.
Damn. Damn.
I mean, I realized how that sounded after I said it, but my thinking was just, you can't handle this good love. If you ain't never had nothing this good, you gonna fucking fuck it up.
I think that's along the same conversation that I think we had a long time ago when I was like, yeah, I think I like this girl. Like, I didn't really like her, but I was still trying to fuck, so I gave weak dick. So it's like I could make sure she doesn't really like fuck with me back afterwards. I just got my nut. So I think it might be somewhere along the same. Maybe.
Did I ever tell y'all about the time I tried to say that to a chick, like at a restaurant or at a bar, and the girl on the opposite end of me was like, "Girl, don't listen to him. He is not for you. He's trying to convince you for weak dick. You need to leave him alone." Ever tell y'all about that?
No. So wait. She heard you telling the same story like that, and then she was.
I was saying like, yo, you can't be giving A+ dick to everybody because that's what turn bitches crazy. And I'm facing this way at the bar, and the girl on the other side of me like, "Girl, that's some weak ass shit. Do not listen to him. Like, that's some bullshit. He on some bullshit."
Damn.
Damn, she had nothing to do with that.
That was so funny.
Shit, that was some hater energy from her.
Nah, I thought that was some real what's it, girl energy.
Girl code.
And I wasn't mad at it. I just really thought I just didn't fuck with old girl. Like, I thought she was kind of crazy, so I was trying to like.
You can't give A+ dick to everyone. You really can't. It's like that. That's why I'm saying it's hater energy. Like even if you do love the girl, you still can't always give A+ energy, even when you want to.
You talking right now, but I don't know if I want to get into that conversation with you. But I like what you're saying.
I'm being realistic, man. Like, people always want to be able to fantasize. Yo, I got that long dick for you for 25 hours of the day, 8 days a week. Fuck that shit. No, I don't. I got you for a good 20.
Bruh, especially if you 30 plus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yo, eating is trash. You ain't got no stamina for real. Like, stop lying on your game anyway.
I'm trying to give you the best game I got in the amount of time I got.
You got 3.5 minutes. Say Los.
You got 3 and 15 seconds.
You can do a lot in 3 minutes.
You really can.
Time go
And that's just 3 minutes of pumping. No, that's not talking about the foreplay.
How long the foreplay be?
A solid minute. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, honestly, the longer the foreplay, the shorter the actual coitus needs to be.
Yeah, that needs to be, yeah.
But we don't need to get into that.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
What, did y'all say what y'all learned?
Yeah. It was about you.
It was about you, both of them.
That's cool.
What'd you learn?
That y'all some dog ass niggas.
Roof, nigga. Roof.
And I got to see y'all bowl. If I see that y'all suck, ain't no way. Like, I'm gonna look at y'all different. Like, you just want to be a dog. We gonna see. If y'all get a strike in them first 6 frames.
What's gonna be the funniest is that Teezy's gonna get like a strike on the first and be mad. Like, damn, I should have chose that.
I honestly think I can do
into the
it.
6. We won't get into the very last one.
Hell no.
You know, I was nervous, dog. I was warming up, dog.
Nah, if I was really in that situation, there is absolutely no chance I would get a strike on the 6th one. I would be shaking. Like, oh my God, if I miss this, I'm gonna turn into a dog. No way. I throw that shit like fucking underhand.
I'm curving it every single throw.
All right. We gonna see. Stay black, stay strong. Remember, they can't bring you down unless they below you. Loyalty before royalty, the real respond. Pimps up, hoes down. You know where the fuck you want to be.
Gang.
Toodles. Boom, 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 boom. What do y'all want to name this one?
Dog ass life.
I had a name for it earlier.
Life as a dog.
No, it was before that. And I'm mad I forgot it.
What was we talking about?
You know, that's really one of the hardest things about the putting out the pod. I really be trying to write an episode breakdown. I will listen to this shit 3 times, and I will always forget what the fuck did we talk about. Like, I can't even think of the AskCast, the shot clock. Like,
Yeah, I guess that was my rule. Whenever I was coming up with the breakdowns, it was just like whatever the AskCast was and the shot clocks.
but we talk about so much more, and so I just try to get all that in the algorithm. But bruh, it is very difficult. I try to do it as I'm editing, but it's so hard to have that foresight beforehand.
Would you rather Dogs Edition?
Dang, and I felt like it was such a good good episode name. Hot balls of fire.
I thought you were about to say hot dog. Baby, I'm a dog, I'm a mutt.
Can I ask y'all a question? This is another one of the joints in my notes. If an AKA, like a woman who's part of the AKA sorority, asks if you were an alpha, that means she was flirting with you, right?
No. No, I'm good, I'm hot.
Like, you walk into the room and she be, or not walk into the room, but at some point she be like, oh wow, were you an alpha?
No.
I think she would.
She's asking you, or you alpha phi alpha?
That's what I'm saying. That's her flirting, because that's their like,
That's not flirting.
that's her like boyfriend
No.
frat.
No.
So she like, oh, you like the type of nigga that I like.
No, nigga. She just asking if you
Y'all just
pledged
know.
to a fraternity, nigga.
Yeah, I thought.
You had on that hat?
Mhm.
You had on black and gold?
No, I was at work. I mean, I wasn't wearing black and gold,
Right.
but I was just at work. We were talking about something.
She was just asking, was you part of the set, nigga?
I think she was flirting.
That's it.
I think she was.
It's not to say that she wasn't flirting, but that particular line wasn't the flirt.
I think she was feeling a nigga, and that was her way of like throwing it out
And
there.
especially the fact that it was at work. You know what? I'm gonna play this game. Yo, Teezy. Yeah, she was flirting because she was at work. She needed to come up with a subtle way to be able to flirt and not get in trouble.
Yep.
Anywhere outside of work,
She just asking you if you part of the gang.
That's a network.
That's it.
But you don't think that's a flirt to see if I'm part of the gang?
No. Because, I mean, I'm not saying that they really look at them like brothers and sisters, like Phi Beta Sigma and Zeta Phi Beta. But they both alphas, bro.
I don't think it's a brother thing. I think it's a
Okay.
I want your dick in or around my mouth thing.
Oh. That went all the way over there.
Cause you're not reading
Where's that from? Where's that from? Where's that from? Where's that from? Where's that from?
Where's the other subtext, bro? She just asked, was you an alpha?
Super bad.
Yeah.
I can see if you was saying, if you misconstrued that with, are you an alpha male or, you know, something like that. But if y'all was talking along the lines of something like that,
That's less flirtatious, I think. Are you an alpha male? That's weird.
That sound like she trying to see if you the nigga for her.
The bitch for me ain't never gonna ask, are you an alpha male? That ain't the bitch for me. I promise you that. Are you an alpha male? Bitch.
Cause she probably want to see if you be on Kevin Samuel's time or not. If she think you a high value man or not.
I do. I have said that on multiple dates.
So
I regret nothing. I regret nothing.
Nigga, she was not flirting with you. Now I
disagree, bro.
That's not to say whatever else the conversation wasn't telling was not meant to be flirting. She probably was, but I don't think that was the line that was flirting, bro.
I got another one in here because I don't think I'm really gonna ask this, so I'm just getting all these off at the end of the pod. What are the non-physical traits you want in a partner? Before you even answer, they say those are the things you really want more of within yourself. I should have let y'all think about it. Y'all think that's true though? There's any truth to that?
My initial answer was funny, and then you said that, and there's no way I can get funnier.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how funny do you think you are?
Solid.
Whatever he says
7.1.
Be the inverse.
7.1.
He said it's gonna be the inverse.
It's gonna be the inverse, so like a 3.
He said like a 1.7. Damn.
Would y'all be mad if I just started lying on y'all on the pod for entertainment purposes?
What type of lies you telling?
I'm really down for the cause. I don't know.
Oh no, it can't be nothing crazy.
I think same. I think it would be like I feel how you would feel, like in a drive-by situation if it just happened while I was in the car and you didn't tell me about it. I'd be tight. But like, I guess if you told me about it first, I had a choice. Like,
I would only be down with it if it worked. Like, one, if it was really funny, I would absolutely go with it if it was funny. And two, if it actually like got us more views, no problem at all.
yeah, I don't
Get
think
your shit off.
I don't think I'd have it. Like, but
Just don't say like I'm.
you gotta tell
I'm
me
a PDF.
first, like, yo, like I'm about to say all this. Like, I'm like, all right, so I could be prepared. But like,
no, I can't tell you beforehand.
well, cause like if you don't tell me beforehand, my natural self is gonna be like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're fucking lying. And then like, then I have to play off of that. If I end up having to choose to like go with it.
So what you're saying is I should have texted you before I put on that Instagram.
Just be like, you don't even have to tell me what you're gonna lie about. You just be like, yo, I'm about to like use your name in vain and on the show so hard, and I'm like, alright, fine, whatever.
Can I ask y'all another question? How do y'all feel about being the friend that your friend uses as a scapegoat in their relationship?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Because they trust that I'll keep that lie going with them, and they know that they got that with me. And if they don't even have to ask me, that's just trust. Nah, I feel the love from the friend there.
That's hard, bro. That's hard. I hate to be so difficult, so technical, but is my friend being shitty, or
Yes.
is they just not trying to be in this relationship and can't leave?
What's the difference?
Like, being shitty is like cheating on a person. Like, I don't want to lie if you actually cheating. But if you like somewhere else, maybe not fucking nobody is something else. But yeah, I got your back. Yeah, he with me.
What's the example of what you're doing?
Like,
That's acceptable.
I don't know, you out with your niggas or something like that. I don't know. But like, if you balls deep in some pussy, bro, like I can't sit up here and say you with me because I might be doing my own thing or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me the lie first, and I'll let you know if I can do it. If not, I'm tell you might need to phone another man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a girl's girl. Definitely a girl's girl.
How you feeling?
No, I don't want to be that guy anymore. I used to be cool with it, but nah, bruh. Live your life right or find somebody else.
What if what about if one of us decided to just lie on your name on the show?
Again, if it's funny, I absolutely am okay with it. And if it actually gets us more views, I'm absolutely okay with it. So, in that episode, I might push back, but if it, like, once we put it out and it worked, I'd be like, all right, hey, man, no problem.
But watch this shit, though.
You're not letting it slide, Ace?
I honestly think
You're
that's
not letting
super
it slide?
funny.
It depends on what it's about. If it's something that could damage me for real,
Like you a pimp. Like what?
I could be a pimp.
You could be a pimp.
Pimping ain't easy. Pimping. But make sure it's a day where I can look like I'm a pimp. Not in a regular jogging short pants and nothing like that.
Have I already asked y'all how many traumatic moments do you think you've given throughout your life?
Ooh. No.
No.
Probably a few.
Double digits?
Nah.
Alright. That might have been me hating. Because I know mine is in the double digits.
Yeah, I think before I even became conscious, I was definitely like doing that. Like, shit, I burned my feet when I was a baby. Definitely traumatized my mom. Like, had the police questioning her.
We've had to traumatize our moms half a dozen times.
But yeah, before we became any kind of conscious.
Like by accident. You know what I'm saying? Pooping on them, peeing on them, all types of shit. Like all that shit your mom remember, like that stupid shit you did when you was a teenager.
Before you were double digits.
When that police officer called asking about you, like they remember that moment forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then any relationship that you've been in.
Scared the shit out of my mama when I was in Texas one summer. This girl, she stole my phone. It fell out in her car. She drove out, but I had remembered where she stayed at. So I walked to her motherfucking house.
Keep speaking to the mic more.
I walked into her house and then I knocked on the door and I went and grabbed my phone from her. But before I had went in there, I had called the police and told them like, yeah, this girl stayed at this address. She stole my phone, yada, 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 yada. And then they didn't ever come. So that's when I was like, man, fuck, I'm just about to knock on the door. I spoke to her grandma. I said, hey, yeah, you got my phone? I grabbed my shit and I walked out. Like, this was before I was carrying or anything like that. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to walk into. But when my mama couldn't reach me on my phone, she called the police out in Texas and they told her that I had just made a call to them. So she was scared as shit, bro.
Yeah.
So
that's probably 3 traumatic moments right there.
and
Your mom, the girl, and the grandmom.
I ain't caused them no trauma. I probably caused the girl some trauma because she thought.
Yeah, I was about to say the girl for sure.
Got one of them.
And then you just walked in there, like she probably tell that story to this day.
Hey, yo, I stole a phone and they came right in.
They just walked past my grandma. My grandmama, I don't even know what's happening.
I spoke to grandma. I was nice. I didn't give grandma no smoke. I said, hey, how you doing?
And you in Texas, so she probably could have shot you and got away with it.
You feel
she
me?
Like, man, I'm not in front of grandmama. I definitely think mine is 15 plus. I think I done gave out some moments.
For sure, me too.
Word.
Y'all ever snuck out the house?
For sure.
And
I used to steal my mom's car.
and been caught.
Not you
Yep.
steal the car.
I got caught stealing the car once. My mom called me and she just said, "Come home, though."
Damn.
My mom was a big softie.
Love
Love that
you,
about
mama.
her, but that was definitely the worst part about her parenting as well. She didn't give me enough boundaries. But I appreciate it. But I wouldn't do that shit.
What you gonna do when your kid doing the same thing to you?
Set more boundaries. Like my mom
That's just more. That's just more boundaries for him to break.
Shit.
We gonna be going at it then. Gotta happen. But I think it's important to let people know where the boundaries are and stand firm on them. My mom just wasn't a disciplinarian, and like I was an overall good kid, but when I did do dumb shit, she just wasn't stern enough. And I might, who knows, I might be just like her if I ever have a kid, but
How's your relationship with your mom right now?
very positive.
Do you think? Do you think like let's assume your kid is as good or as bad as you were. Do you think like you ever took advantage of your mom?
Yes. Not intentionally, but yeah. Yeah, for sure. Like I would try to follow the rules, but it wasn't as much of a priority as I think it should have been. Like I was very willing to break the rules as well. I think because I knew there wasn't going to be any super bad consequences. And even the boundaries that my mom said, I think were too lax. Like,
And do you think your mom regrets not?
No, I don't think she did.
Not having
I think she was intentional about the way that she did it as well. Like, I don't think that shit was by accident. I think she felt like she was raising a boy. She got to let this young man go out and experience the world. And I think that has helped me a lot. But, again, I just think it was... the boundaries were too wide.
She could have controlled it a little bit more.
Like, my rule in high school, I'm a teenager. Don't let the sun beat you home. Where the fuck am I at 16, 17, 18 that I need to be anywhere at 5 o'clock in the morning?
The reason I'm asking so much is I had a very lax like upbringing in the high school days as well. Like my mom's rule was just if you're gonna be out late, just let me know.
And I think mothers feel that way because they want you to they want to raise a man, and they feel like you got to do that.
And that's with their sons, yeah. Because with my sisters, it was very different. She was very very strict with them.
And I bet my mom would be like that too if she had a daughter. But for me, it was just different.
Probably be beefing with each other.
I always felt bad for like how much freedom I had versus my sisters. And to answer my own question, like that freedom, I took advantage of. Like I took advantage of the fact that I could be out, like knowing that I felt bad for the fact that my sisters couldn't be out like I could.
Fuck it.
Excuse me.
Fuck it.
Oh, it's only 11. Let me see if I got one more question for y'all. Nope, I don't. I do got one for you, Ace.
What's up?
This might not make it, but I do got one for each of y'all. Ace, why did you choose Clark?
Ooh.
It was originally a question for me, but he changed it to you.
I do have one specific Carlos question.
My other option was Burnell, which is an all-female white school. So that one I had got accepted into.
You'd have to go by a that school.
Bruh. Nigga. Bleep both of that shit out, okay? But yeah, so
I'm glad your nickname isn't Dada.
Huh?
Sorry.
Dada?
Yeah.
It'll just be a weird experience. I'm glad I chose Clark. Also, my mom worked at Morehouse, so they paid my tuition.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Cool. Los, would you ever take your fiance's last name?
So there was like somebody I used to say that I'd take their last name. So I guess yeah. I guess if I fell in love hard enough, yeah.
Okay.
But I really don't like either of my last names.
I was just curious because I felt like you would. So, backstory. I told my family that I would do that. I remember at Christmas so many years ago, and their reactions turned me off from that. They were just like, ew, no, don't do that. That's not right.
What's the last name?
It wasn't any last name. They were just asking, like, as a general question, just like I did. And I was like, yeah, I would. I'm like, I don't think that's a big deal. Like, if it really mattered to her and it doesn't really matter to me, they was like, oh my God, no, don't do that. Oh my God. That's not right. I was like, all right, I won't do that then.
Yeah, I don't care if my family gave me that reaction. That would that would entice me to do it all the more.
I don't know if that's good, but heard.
Like if my entire family is saying that, like, and my reasoning for doing is I really don't like my names. Like my father doesn't deserve his bloodline keep still going. It's gonna go on because share same blood, but his name doesn't have to follow. I'm already the third. We don't have to have a fourth, so I don't have to name my next kid like Carlos. And Burnaby, it's like I mean that's the closest like thing to like my family right now. But I mean that's not the like I'm close to my cousins, and me and my cousins we don't share the same first last name. We share the same second last name. But the deeper the more you know about your family, the less you like about them is what I've come to learn.
Damn. I would firstly suggest that we take completely different last names. Just make up some shit. All right?
Oh, that's cool. When you have if you have the choice, why not?
Right.
You niggas are correct.
But I also wouldn't mind having a hyphenated version of her name. So.
I kind of thought that would be your answer.
Yeah.
That's it. Good.
But if we changing names, man, let's go all out.
Mm-hmm.
You got the name already?
Nah.
Mario, I think, said that too. I think he has research and his shit was gonna be like Banks or something. Like he had the name. He was gonna change
I said Cash. No lie.
That's not a good last name. Cash.
What is a good last name? I think all last names are trash, dog. Like, especially cause when you think about that, they all come from like the person that's what they used to work as. Like, people with the last name Cooper are named Cooper because their families were Coopers. Like they made barrels back in the fucking day, and so that's why they're called the Coopers.
I came across this dude while at my recruiting job. His last name was Grape without the G. And I was like, bro, you have the worst last name.
Ooh.
And I've seen a lot of bad last names.
Yo.
That is the worst last
Was
name
it
I've
spelled
ever
like, I mean,
Exactly.
was it sounding like Rapay?
Nah. I haven't spoken to him yet, and I'm definitely going to ask, like, hey, what's the proper pronunciation? But it seems
I'm pretty sure.
regular four-letter word.
I wonder what their family used to do back in the day.
Bro, I hope you're not 40 something. Like, bro, like you done had time to change your shit.
If I remember correctly, he was a younger person, like recently graduated college type.
My nigga, you need to change that shit. If you happen to watch this video at some point, change that shit.
But don't tell anybody that I told you about this. That I talked about this in real life.
All right.
That's a crazy last name.
That is a crazy last name. But last thing is, I wouldn't even. I'm at the point now, maybe because of my family. I don't want to do the hyphenated name either. Like, and I hate to be this guy, but bitch, you're gonna take my last name and you're gonna like it. That's how I feel. Like if we a real family, we all need to have the same last name in this bitch. We gonna do one name and we gang. It's gang. I'm the captain of this ship. We the fucking Torrance Pirates. All right, you a Torrance. Ain't no none of that other shit. Gang.
But I mean, Torrance Smith don't sound too bad.
We don't. No, it's a bit much. It's a mouthful. We Torrances. We not the Torrance Smithises.
I mean, by that logic, I mean, you still have the choice of creating a brand new name. If you're choosing the gang name, choose a cool name.
No, Torrance is the gang name. Like, it's in the blood.
It's your son.
It's a blood oath. Big T's.
Yeah, if I'm taking that attitude, I'm for sure creating a brand new name.
Y'all crazy. What's your made up name? Luffy?
Nah. I don't even know.
The Gonzoros.
Gonzoros. So stupid. I'll be mad as fuck if I paid to change my name and I only changed 2 letters.
I mean, what if that's all you needed?
I mean, it's unique.
Like,
I don't know when
like
homeboy,
he could change. He could pay and add a G, and it would make it leagues better.
The grapes.
Damn.
Hell.
He could replace the E with an S.
Right.
But nah, I'm big on that gang shit, dog. Only way I think I could do it differently is if old girl is a celebrity. Like if I marry Ariana Grande, it's like, all right.
TZ Grande.
TZ Grande. That would be my new legal name.
TZ Good. Wait, what was Megan Good's other husband name?
You're not taking
Devon
Franklin.
Franklin.
You're not taking good from Megan?
Nah, we can hyphenate though. I would respect the hyphenate if you got a.
Torrance Good.
Yeah, but I can't take yours. Like that ain't.
What if they wanted hyphenated, but they wanted theirs first?
I don't think I care about who first. It really just matter about what it sound like. Good Torrance, I don't think sounds better than Torrance Good. Honestly, I might take all that back.
I would
Change
take.
it, bitch. Your stage name can be your stage name, but your real name, change that shit. It ain't no hyphens.
I'm cool with taking her last name, but my name would be first for me, and then she takes my last name, but her last name would be first for her.
I don't like it. Again,
Yeah,
I'm on
for
some
it.
gang. Are we a family or no? We ain't
Like,
even got the same last name.
You need to stop saying it like that, because you acting like we're not of that same gang shit. We're just choosing our gang name. You're the only one who's like sticking to that original shit, that traditional bland Torrance.
It don't feel gang if we gonna have different last names. Like that ain't gang.
YNs these days.
Yeah, it might be a YN mentality.
Sound like an OH mentality.
Old hoe.
Old head.
Oh.
Craziness.
Oh, happiness is overrated. That was the title I had earlier.
Happiness is overrated.
I just thought that was very catchy. I don't know if that's searchable, but
No, I think that's a good name. That's a very good name.
I feel like we can end on that.
Lego.